What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Panda here, and today I bring you another video for Crush Them All. Now, before I dive into today's videos, I want to give a huge shout out to Godsey Labs for sponsoring my Crush Them All content. They've been phenomenal with helping me with all sorts of information and assistance in getting into the real grind of the game, as well as promoting my content both in-game and out-of-game in the Discord. So thank you so much to Crush Them All. In return for that, I do want to bring as many people to this game as possible, so if you haven't already tried out Crush Them All, it is a phenomenal game. It is a great game to just pass the time with. It doesn't take a lot of daily requirements. Sometimes I only log in 3 or 4 times a day for 20-minute increments, and I still feel like I'm progressing at a pretty decent pace. So if you want a side game or even a main game, Crush Them All is definitely a good option. If you haven't done so already, please head into the description below and you can find a link where every person that downloads this game will help my channel grow just a little bit more. So definitely check out Crush Them All, and of course you can watch my content to learn how to properly start the game out. But guys, I also want to show you where you could be if you started the game today, where you could be in 1 month's time, because today is our 1 month account tour for Crush Them All. Now, of course, you're asking, Panda, how do I know you've been playing for a month? Well, one, you should have seen my first video. You should know I've been playing for a month, but I'll go ahead and I'll show you a 30-day login. Okay, I hit my 30-day login. You're like, but Panda, it could be 2 months that you've been playing. Yeah, well, fine. I'll show you this then. You can see I have 30 days played. Okay. But guys, as you can see, I have been playing the game for 30 days. We just hit our 1 month today, and I'm super excited to show you where your account could be. So as you can see here, my max stage reach currently is 2,300. I am on a push. I should be able to reach about 2,700 with this push based on my current levels. So it's definitely going to go up a little bit, but again, staging is not something that's super important. It's helpful because it gives you prisms, which unlocks dungeon levels, which allows for better artifacts, which helps with guild bosses and things like that. But it's not something that is like, you know, it's not the be-all end-all of the game, right? That's more of the PvP side of things, is the be-all end-all. However, staging is important, so 2,300 max stage is not terrible. Again, we should be pushing to about that 2,700 mark with this current push that we're on. I have ascended 250 times. Do keep in mind that before I even started playing the game very seriously, I did 160 quick ascends so that I could get my stores maxed out. So just keep that in mind as well. I do recommend doing that. It just makes things, it's very boring, but it makes things very easy later on. It helps out when it comes to progressing. We are at 114 almost million prisms total, and we have reached 314,000 power. I feel pretty powerful already. I joined this guild, which is super powerful, and even though I am still the lowest, I have been creeping up very slowly on these bottom 3 or 4 people, which makes me feel very powerful for sure. Oops. So very excited with that. But guys, let's just go ahead and show you where the account is in general. For the battle section, we are on daily dungeon 20. As you can see here, I can come in here and just one-shot this pretty easily. We're very close to 21. We need 4 heroes at prism level 1700. We currently have 3. We've got Luca, Voodoo, and Kasumi. Just need 1 more at 1700. We'll be able to go in there and maybe defeat it. We'll have to see. For Blitz, there's not really much to show here because it's not open right now, but we are able to compete in all 3 of the game modes, and we do relatively okay. At this point, we're just trying to get as many of the tier rewards as possible. It's going to be a while before you're able to actually compete in Blitz because it does require decently built teams, and unfortunately, we're putting most of our resources into Skeleton Giant. We've put some resources and other stuff. We'll go over that a little bit later, but that is kind of where we're sitting currently. In regards to expeditions, we are still focusing on our brawler relic fighters, our dark gems, and we are currently working on the support emblems. This is because we're focused now on building both Vlad and Skeleton Giant. So we're kind of doing this as our extra one on the side because this works out that we get all 3 of these built up pretty quickly, pretty easily. For Arena, we are pretty reliably sitting at Plat 1. We did drop one time to Gold 3, but that was just because of unluckiness. As you can see here, we're normally able to fight at least one person. We come in here, we'll beat it pretty easily most of the time. Our Skeleton Giant is just super tanky. Our Scud just does so much damage. And our Skeleton Giant does a lot of damage too. We pretty much just smoke everyone. Sometimes we're even able to take on people like this one right here. I don't know if we'd beat this. Yeah, you know what? Let's try. Why not, right? Let's see what we might be able to beat this. It's turning into an arena video. Our Skeleton Giant is super tanky. Our Scud does so much damage. I think we might be able to beat this. We'll have to see, though. I don't know. Oh, our Scud got taken down. We might lose this. We're probably going to lose this. It's okay, though. But most of the time, we're able to fight at least one or two of the matchups and come out victorious. So we're able to pretty much stay pretty consistently at that that Platinum 1 rank. As you can see, we might actually still beat this. We might run out of time, though. I don't know. The Merlinus is a pretty big healer. Not as big as some Merlinuses I've seen, but there we go. We broke through. We actually are probably going to win this. But as you can see, our power is about 64k on this team, and we just beat an almost 100k team pretty reliably. So Skeleton Giant is the way to go, guys. But guys, that's pretty much where we are in the battles. The next portion I'm going to show you is the artifacts. I feel pretty powerful when it comes to my artifacts. I started off and just built all of my 4-star artifacts to max. I got all of the T4 art stones, and I was able to buy 12 of the 5 stars, giving me 4 full 3 sets. So we have the Midas set, the Poseidon set, the Ifriti set, and the Gaia set. I do recommend the first 3 as your first 3, so the Ifriti, the Poseidon, and the Midas. Midas is probably better than most of them, so I would definitely probably recommend grabbing the Midas first, and then working down and grabbing Poseidon, Ifriti, and Gaia as you go along. If you are a little more free to play, I've spent a little bit of money in the game, like I've said in previous videos. But if you are a little more free to play, maybe only open up a total of 9 slots and just grab Ifriti, Poseidon, and Midas. You should be pretty confident there. I made an accidental mistake and I purchased a 10th slot, and so most of the people I spoke to just recommended just go to 12. You're going to want to go to 12 eventually. Just get it over with now and get that little bit of power from these now. So I went ahead and I did that. I bought the last 2 and got my 3 Gaia set. And pretty much we're just leveling these up, you know, as we get stuff for them. At this point, we're not really focusing anything because, you know, we're really at that point where the rewards we get from the stage we're on is just not amazing for what we're trying to level up. So we're doing what we can. At this point, for our daily dungeons, we're pretty much just focusing on the units we're trying to star up. So I'm focusing light because I want to get some more stars on my spike. I focus dark on Dark Day because I want to get Skeleton Giant pieces, obviously. That's kind of what we're doing at the moment. But yeah, I feel pretty confident with our artifact situation. Event artifacts is it's okay. It's not terrible. We are doing okay in this department. We do have Astro Gem. We're probably going to get rid of this soon because it's not as great for me now that I'm doing more offline. I didn't realize this didn't work offline, but apparently it doesn't, so probably not going to be keeping this for much longer. We'll have to see what happens. But Frosty Dragon is 12 of 25, looking okay. King's Reward 1 is only level 2, but we're working our way there. Flip-Flops of Speed, currently level 6, doing not terrible there as well. Villages is not really anything to worry about. We pretty much just do this to get as many, as much gold as possible in order to boost our heroes to higher levels. As you can see here, we can get to level 900, which is going to put us at 2700. So we should be able to make that push to 2700, like I was saying, pretty safely for most of these guys, which is pretty awesome. This doesn't really, it's not really that big of a deal. I get to, what is it, like right here, I think, somewhere around there. Somewhere around here when I just right after I ascend, so it's pretty easy there. But guys, the bread and butter, what you guys are looking for, this is my current staging team: Luca, Voodoo, Hikari, Monkey King, Kasumi, We're at 1500, 1600, 1700, and then 1830 and 1800. Of course, we're building our Voodoo Dagger to 1900. We don't have enough to go up any higher at the moment. But again, the staging it's not really that big of a deal. It's not super important, nothing to, write home about. At this point, the thing that really matters is the rest of this. So as you can see, we have unlocked most of the heroes here. We're just missing a couple things. This is a special event one, Frost Queen, a couple things like that. We're not super focused here. We do have Atlantis at 4-star. We did get Parado at 4-star, so we're building up sort of a water team. Valkyrie is almost a 3-star, not doing too shabby there. In the fire department, we have Monkey King at 3-star. We have Furiosa at 3-star. We have Scud at 4-star. That is pretty much our best at the moment. We're doing okay. I feel pretty powerful with my Scud. I took him to 3 weapon because I wanted to get these 3 built up. And I feel like it was a good decision. We got some pretty good stats from that. He does a lot of AoE damage now, which is really good. So very happy with that. Here is our earth units. Nothing really that we're building here. Of course, if we can build up Leaf Blade, definitely not gonna be mad. He's a pretty strong end game tank. Same thing with Gladiator. Right now we're not really super focused here. The only real thing we could do would be like to get Voodoo Dagger, up a little bit more maybe to help his staging, but nothing crazy. For light, we're focused pretty much only on Spike, just because he's a pretty strong tank as well to build alongside our Skeleton Giant. We did pull Merlinus, which helps us a lot because of this heal in Blitz battles and things like that. So that is definitely not something that I'm super terrible or mad about. Then we have our Hikari. Now Hikari, we're trying to get to 4-star as soon as possible so we can get this move speed buff, which is one of the main reasons we're farming Light Dungeon. We're at 4 of 200, so we're making our way there. We're not all the way there, but we're making our way there. Then we have our Monkey Roboti. This is one that a lot of people really like. He also has this great 4-star buff, so we're aiming at getting him to 4-star as well. He's at 97 of 200. Unfortunately, you can only get his shards from the jackpot here. So we do our best, but I think we're doing okay for where we are in regards to him. But that is pretty much everything we're focused here in the light department. Now we get into the big department, which is our dark section. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about here. We'll go ahead and start at the bottom here. We've got our Vlad. We got him to 4-star from this last Blitz chest, which I was super excited about. We did take him to level 3 weapon, as you can see here. Oh, boom, we couldn't quite level it up all the way. We got him to level 3 weapon, so we've got him on a Swift with attack per second and attack, just because this was the best I had. I feel pretty confident though. He's got a pretty decent amount of damage and attacks per second to heal up a lot. We do have him at second awakening. We're probably going to get him to 3rd awaken and then leave him there and put everything into Skeleton Giant. We might actually hold off on Vlad because I really want to power up my Skeleton Giant. We're really close on getting him to another really strong breakpoint. So, but I feel pretty confident with where Vlad is now. Our goal is to get 1 star for every rotation. I don't think it will happen. 5-star I think is definitely a possibility with this next Blitz rotation that comes around. But once you get to 6 and 7, I don't know about that. We'll have to see. The next one I want to talk about, of course, is our Dark Hunter. You guys have seen this Dark Hunter. He hasn't changed much. He is 4-star, so we do get this great 50% minus attack. And he is level 3 weapon with this precise set for crit rate. With attack and attack here. So he's pretty powerful, I think. He does have the 3 awakens. He does quite a bit of damage. We do have Kage here. He is very close. He's only 14 shards away from 4-star, which is kind of what we're aiming for, and that gives us that minus 50% HP, which is phenomenal for guild bosses, and not too shabby for PvP as well. For Sorrow, we do have Sorrow at 4-star. Again, we have her at 3 weapon and 2 awaken. It's pretty much kind of like where I get most people, because it doesn't cost a lot of resources to take something to 2 awaken. It's like 60 of each material or something like that. It's nothing crazy. Then we have our Monkey Mortar. We did get our Monkey Mortar to 4-star, as you can see. That was mainly because we wanted this Dark Hero attack boost, which is phenomenal. He also gets buffed from the Gunner buff from our Sorrow. So these two work really, really well together. They buff each other, which is phenomenal. And I'm very excited for that because that helped our damage phenomenally in PvP, that's for sure. And then we move on and we have our Chaos at 4-star. Chaos at this point is probably coming off the team. He has this 400% defense buff, but defense is just not good. It's just not good. So he's probably going to come off the team here soon. I'm just not sure what exactly is going to take his spot quite yet. We do have our Dragon Bot almost a 4-star and our Bat almost a 4-star, but to be honest, neither of these are on our radar at the moment. But of course, the one you have been waiting for the most, our Skeleton Giant. As you can see, he's got 5 yellow stars, 4 awakened stars. He's also at weapon level 5, and we are so close to weapon level 6. We just need a little more of these brawler tokens and a little more of the dark tokens. We're so close. We're definitely going to take him to weapon level 6 because we do have, let me go ahead and pull it up here. We do have a pretty good, where is it? I think it's this one right here. Pretty decent set here. We're going to get that 60% defense plus 6% per star level. Sorry about that. And we have the HP and the defense. It's going to give us a nice little boost. As you can see here, we have some pretty decent runes. Of course, we are looking for more runes to replace to make it a little bit better. But I think that taking him to weapon level 6 is a good option. It's going to give us a lot of excess. I am very tired apparently today, guys. I'm sorry about that. But we are very close to getting him to 6-star as well. As you can see, we have 550 shards of 1,500. You're like, Panda, that's not that much. But guys, just wait for it. We got 15 magic metals, which gives us 450 shards. So he's actually sitting at 1,000 of 1,500 metals. So he is very, very close to being 6-starred, which is going to be a huge break point for us because we should be able to do some massive, massive damage and tank so much more once he gets there. But guys, that is pretty much where I am at for the 1-month account tour. I haven't bought a lot of stuff on the account. Pretty much all I did buy was the starter packs as well as a daily pack 2. That's pretty much everything I bought. I don't think I bought anything else. Oh, I did buy this 1 barrel of flues actually, but that is pretty much it. I haven't bought anything else, and to be honest, I probably am not going to buy anything else. I feel pretty confident playing free to play for the rest of this time frame. It's definitely something that I think is more viable because in my opinion, buying in this game is obviously helpful. It pushes you further, but it's not as helpful as other games. If I were to buy anything else, it would probably just be a daily pack for that offline speed as well as the daily flues. But guys, that is it for me today. I do hope you enjoyed this video of the 1-month account tour, and I hope I get to see you guys in the next one. If you haven't done so already, please make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as hit the bell notification to the right of it so you can be notified when my content goes live. And if you liked this video and want to see more of my content like this, hit the thumbs up button for liking it. And guys, please enjoy the end screen.